Alrighty, folks. What we have is a 2021 C-Force 600 automatic. Now I've got a starting issue. What I mean by that is over here. I'll turn the key on. I'm going to press this button. I just get that sound. So I'm thinking it's the solenoid. I just got the solenoid in, the new one. So we're gonna go ahead and replace it. I tried jumping it with a wire, but that didn't do no good. I believe this has an anti-theft on it as well. So we're gonna replace the solenoid and see where we're at. Stay tuned. Just in case you don't know where your solenoid is at, once you remove the seat, okay, there's a bracket that goes from here to here to hold your seat down. Now right here is your solenoid with these two power wires going to it and an electronic connector that goes to your ignition. That's what this little round bowl, I guess you would say, looks kind of like a carburetor bowl to a PZ20. But that's it right there, that's the solenoid. We're gonna get to this connector and take these off. I believe these are 10mm nuts in here. We're gonna take these off, switch out the solenoid, see if it'll crank. Until then, I'm gonna cut on my very trusty battery charger. Make sure the battery's up to par, which I'm sure it is. It's only about 2 months old, so we're gonna charge up the battery, get out this solenoid, get this thing done, folks. On these solenoids, it don't matter if this little locking arm right here gets a little bent, because the new one has fresh ones on it, so you may have to bend those up out of the way. But the connector will come off. I had to come in this way and pry it on both sides to get that connector up off of there, because if it's good and snug, so you may have to pry it and turn the screwdriver a little bit. All right, everybody, we're just about to reassemble. Now, a minute ago I said something about these tabs right here. All right, so you can just bend them back a little bit. Just like that. Boom, now they're straight and good as new. Now we're ready for the new part, which is sitting right here. So I'll be with you in just a minute after we install that. Okay, everyone. When we left off, I had moved this little wire here so I could replace the bad solenoid, and the end had broken off. There we go, we're gonna get it to focus here in a second. The end had broken off, it didn't look that bad, but the other end had snapped off. It's made of aluminum. I mean, it's not that great. So I was just going to crimp that down. I took this coping saw, sewed off the end of it, made a very easy job out of it, got a nice clean cut. But I was thinking, I have this big huge copper ground wire that I replaced on my Honda Ridgeline, and this end was the end I wasn't so happy about, and that's why I switched it and bought a new one that was completely closed. You can see where that one was starting to deteriorate, but this end was still great. So I cut about 8 inches off of this end, and you can see how thick it is, all copper, good wire, no doubt. I cut about 8 inches off of this, and I crimped on these ends right here that I got from a local auto parts store. There's a better look at it just a little bit. Battery cable lugs. Yeah, I got these at auto parts store local, $4.99. Whereas this wire from a parts place was going to be $28 to $38 plus shipping. No, I make one. Anyways, like I said, I cut some of that, put the lugs on it. Now we'll step over here to my wheeler. You can see this is where the black line is right here. It's got the copper, brand new copper ends on it on both ends. There's that side. It's got the cover on it, and then it curves around. It goes back over here to the solenoid down there. I got to get the other cover and put the other cover on it, but you can see that copper fitting. Everything is thicker wire, copper fittings. So now, when I turn the key and mash the little magic button,